Hi everyone, I am your armchair auntie, and I am sending whoever is listening, watching, I am sending you love. I created this channel to address my own personal loneliness. There seems to be a loneliness epidemic in America in particular. I have been married for many years, and my husband recently started a job a few months back that takes him on the road a lot. And I've had to come face to face with my loneliness. Listen, I thought I was going to be fine because I can go to the movies by myself. Not everybody likes the same movies as I do. Been going to the movies by myself for years. I can go to lunch by myself and not feel self-conscious. You know, some people don't like going into a restaurant by themselves. I was perfectly fine by that. I can go to a concert by myself. I like certain types of classical music. Not everybody likes that. I will go into a concert by myself, and I'm happy to do so and enjoy myself. I can go for walks by myself. Some people just like company all the time. And I didn't need that. I did not need that, right? So when I started feeling lonely, it kind of surprised me and upset me. Like, what's wrong with me? Am I not as strong as I used to be? What's going on with me? Well, I think it's just the state of the world. There's a loneliness energy on the state of the world. A lot of it is through social media, compounded by social media, which is ironic because it's supposed to be social, right? But it has only served to separate us greatly. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and seen a whole family on their devices, mother and father on phone, kids on their devices, video games, and nobody's talking? They're barely eating. They forget to eat sometimes, and I'm just watching them. It's to my chagrin. Like, why is nobody talking to each other? And it has created, I think, this disconnect that, is palpable. The energy of loneliness, this separation, this isolation from each other, you can cut it like a knife or cut it with a knife, I have found that social media has really compounded being lonely. Have you ever seen Pop the Balloon? No, that's like watching some kind of horror show on Halloween to me. It's like watching a train wreck. Pop the balloon. And I'm saying to myself, gosh, look at how young people are dating now. If you don't like a person, when they walk out, you pop your balloon. If you don't like what they say, you pop your balloon. An attractive young man will walk out among some women, young, nice looking women, and a nice young man walks out. I remember one in particular I've been watching because it's been like a train wreck for me, okay? I've watched a few episodes and each one is more unbelievable than the last one. It's like it can't get worse, and then it gets worse. So I said, okay, I'm going to address Pop the Balloon on my channel because the channel is about trying to figure out why we've become so lonely. Why am I so lonely? Why am I hearing so many complaints about loneliness? Why am I reading so much about how everybody is so lonely and so isolated? Well, Pop the Balloon, well, yeah. If you watch it, you'll see why people have become so lonely. First of all, it is just heinous to be popping balloons on people on sight. It's so insulting. It's so degrading. I mean, it would cause mistrust and lack of self-confidence and just an amount of hostility among people. You can't trust this person, or You know, am I that unattractive? Or, things, everybody would, their minds would be racing if you've attended this kind of debacle, you know? It's a debacle. Is that a good word? Um, oh, I digress. An attractive young man walks out. I think he's a space engineer. He is a job that you have had to work hard to get to, okay? Um, he has his own business, I think, his own app he's created. This young man seems to be quite a successful young man. He's quite nice looking. He's not drop dead movie gorgeous. He's just a nice looking guy. Pretty tall. Every woman seemed to want a tall man, right? And he wears glasses, cute little glasses, I thought he was an attractive young man, and all the women are between, like, say, 25 and 30, and I think he was like 25, 26, something very, very articulate, nice guy comes out. And he's actually being very polite to everybody, even the women that have popped the balloon on site, and he's not pretending that they're not attractive because they popped the balloon. He says, yes, she's a nice looking girl, even though she popped the balloon. Yeah, she's a nice looking girl. And she's saying things to him like, well, I need to look up I like to look up at my man. Okay, this guy's like 6 feet. How much more you want to look up? Because you're already short. What you want to do, climb trees like Flavor Flav said to Tyra Banks? I like to climb trees, Tyra. Wow. It's crazy. You don't know anything about this person, and you're popping the balloons. Okay, now a nice looking girl comes out, right? And these men pop, 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 pop. I'm like, what the heck? What are they popping? Who are they popping? Who are they insulting like this? And the young lady comes out. She seems to be quite a nice young lady. She has on her long wig. It looked nice. She looked nice in it. But she said, listen here, let me tell you, let me show you the real me. And she pulled off her wig, and she was a baldy like me, and it was dyed blonde. She's as cute as a button. Pretty girl. And of course, it was like, oh, she's actually showing her real self. Okay. And of course, balloons continue to pop. Well, I think when it has come down to popping a balloon about relationships, it was bad enough when you were swiping left. I think it's left when you don't like the people on the online dating things. Swiping left, like, no. Let's look for the next best thing. What have you? I'm sorry, guys. This light keeps going in and out. That was bad enough, because you never get to know anybody. You're always looking for the next best thing. Nobody really gets to know you except just from visuals. And then now it's popping balloons. And the insults that are flying, the insults that are being exchanged between these young people. And then to add insult to injury, people who have accumulated chronological years like myself are now taking part in this pop the balloon and acting like the young things and not showing any example to how they might want to act or try to establish a relationship. I'm like, wait a second. So the old people acting the same way now? And we wonder why we are lonely. We wonder why we are lonely. Okay? I remember when you're courting, You hear the old-fashioned term? Courting. Yes, I'm that age. When people used to like each other, they would talk for hours on the phone and to get to know each other first. They would meet up. They'd have maybe a group of friends and everybody gets to know each other and everybody dances with each other. I know those days are over, but since we are progressing, since times are supposed to be better as you go along, why are we popping balloons? Is that better than sitting down with somebody and getting to know them, or meeting somebody at church or in a library, or even, God forbid, the disco, the club? At least that was dancing together. At least that was talking to each other and exchanging numbers and talking for hours on the phone, and then maybe meeting up for a movie. Really checking out if we have chemistry, because sometimes you may not notice that that person is somebody you might like, but you sit down and you talk with them for a little and you go, I think that person, I like that person. You know? Now we're popping balloons. I can't get over it. It's so insulting, ladies. It's so insulting, gentlemen. And the criteria, what they're looking for, and all the women are models. I have news for you, ladies. You're not a model unless you're doing print work and getting paid for it. If you're doing print work for copy, or you're on the covers of magazines or in the magazines, or you're a model on the runway and you're getting paid for it, Instagram model is not a model. You smiling and being sexy in a bikini, you're smiling and you're being sexy in a bikini, and somebody took a picture of you or you took a selfie, and you're not a model. A model is real work. And I'm sure some of you are real models, but practically everybody in the line that popping balloon is a model. Really? Okay. And then the guys with the attitudes towards the nice young women coming out. Where do you get off, young man and old man too, talking about a woman like that? I don't like your knees. What? And how do your knees look? You thing. No, I'm getting insulted, right? No, but it is crazy. It's crazy. You know? And again, we wonder why we are lonely. We wonder why we don't have a partner. We wonder why there's so much breakups even if you got together with somebody. You know why? Because you didn't know them. You chose them off of just the very trivial, just how they look for the first 5 seconds, and you kept your balloon. You walk off stage with them and you find out you can't stand them. That's why you broke up within a week. Because you're too busy popping balloons. And then I saw one where it was so insulting. It was a Jamaican one too. What did this guy do? He popped his balloon, told the girl or the host that he was talking to her again, and he told the host, oh, he wants, another balloon. So the girl is smiling like, oh, okay, he's changed his mind. I'm going to get a blown up balloon. And then, you know what this man do? Pop it again in the girl face. Nasty, nasty behavior, right? And I'm sorry, that's not progress to me. A lot of young people think they are doing things that are better, and they are. They are doing things better about their mental health. I do think that. A lot of intelligent young people are taking time about their mental health and about their physical health. And they don't put up with nonsense at jobs and how we used to put up with the nonsense and the back. They don't put up with it. That's great. But not everything they're doing is great. This invention of this pop the balloon, right? And for those older people taking part, shame on you. Because you're not setting any example for young people. For people who have less accumulated years, like I would say, than you do. Pop the balloon leads to loneliness and hostility between the sexes. And it leads to a lack of self-confidence and mistrust. Check it out. Watch one or two of them and see if you can tell a young person, don't go on that show, and don't indulge in it. Don't go there. Think of yourself way more valuable than a balloon pop. Imagine. Your self-esteem is riding on somebody popping a balloon. That's not better. That's not progress. That's not evolving in any way. That's not evolving relationships in any way. It's degrading them. Anyway, I just thought I would do this little rant. I wish I was up on technology where I'd show you like a little video of it, but maybe it's better I don't even show it. You can check it out yourself. Watch a couple of them and see if you can tell somebody. If you're young, tell your friend, don't go on that show. Tell your friend, that's not the way to go. It's not even anything to watch. That should just fade out quickly. That should be just a bad trend and it's gone. And if you're an older person indulging in that stuff, no, it's not good. Shame on you. And tell a young person that's not a good show. Tell them to build their confidence and their self-worth by taking good care of themselves. I wish you lots of love. I wish you happiness. Like, subscribe, and share. If you know anybody who's feeling a little lonely and feeling a little out of sorts, like they don't belong, let's share. Let me see if I can uplift your spirits. Let me tell you how worthy you are. Let me send you lots of love and happiness. I'll see you soon.